Tony, welcome to the garden, which is work in progress, and the kitchen, which is definitely work in progress. Let me have a look at something I've just found in the attic that I liberated from the URE cupboard about 10 years ago and forgot to put back. That's before the studio move, and if I hadn't borrowed it, probably would have been lost. Program schedule, April-May 1980. Okay, let's look at this. Yeah. I just love the style of newsletters 43 years ago. Technology's not quite up to doing photos yet. You can do the occasional sketch. Right, all typed, of course, on a proper typewriter. In March, Adrian Pearce organised URE's first audience survey for some time. Here are his results analysed and some conclusions drawn. One of the first questions most often asked about URE is how many people listen to it. URE was anxious to find out the answer. I don't know, 12? Rather different question, namely, what do people think of URE programmes? So, yeah, I know Still in Love with the Ex is not going to be about URE, but some episodes, if we were to look at some of the names on this schedule, Reveille Rock, start the working week with a bang, not a whimper. Early edition, Outlook, interesting oddities sent to URE by other stations. Now, it's not sent to URE, it's some Anaraka with friends with some guy at Radio Caroline. Okay, Credo, URE's weekly roundup of Christian news and views with Julie Smith and Jane Luscombe. Tim Rivet, Capriccio with Simon Foster. That name sounds familiar. Debbie Harrison, Ian Slater. Do any of these names ring a bell? James Vincent, Elaine Lawson, Charles Alston, Mark Hawson, John Whitworth, I've heard of him. Wooden Music, love it. John Whitworth explores our roots with programmes of folk music from Britain and around the world. Fiona Watson takes a well-earned rest from her late-night show, but her music is full of the same tasteful blend. This is a great schedule. The URE Albums Chart. I would want to do that programme. Brought to you by Phil Buckingham. That name again sounds familiar. Our thanks to the Left Bank Record Store. Where was the Left Bank Record Store? Palestine? That's presumably what became our price. The station, We Funk, URE turns into an all-soul and funk station under the guidance of Clifford Rennie. Another name that sounds vaguely familiar. Maybe just coincidence. Charles McDougall gets you ready to face another day on a Thursday morning. Early edition with Matthew Peacock. URE goes international. This is Around the World in 80 Plays, but better. With music from around the world, plus a look back at the week's past events through Swedish eyes. Okay, obviously as an exchange student from Stockholm. A lot of ABBA records then. Okay. Wavelength, URE's new... Okay, that became Arena, or was it Agenda? Current Affairs programme by Sophie Webster. Can't spell Sophie. And Fiona Morrison. Square Chair, your chance to hear the week's releases. The 12-inch prog, Rob Benton. Midnight Magazine. Blah, 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 blah. Paul Backhouse, Richard Simpson, Tim Arnold, Exeter's top disco DJ. Now, what happened to Tim Arnold? Ha! I know who that is, and you do too, if it's the person I'm thinking of. This Spinning Talents, 2 hours. Then you've got the Frog Prog. Yes, you already had the Frog Prog in 1980, 3:30 on a Saturday afternoon. All sorts of everything, including a review of classic album you can win, and the Frog supervises as the odd student has a go on radio. Andy Tugwell. Please tell me that's not his real name. That sounds like he was Andy Tugwell. Patrick Cunningham. Direction FM. Late Extra. Now I saw something interesting. Trying to find it. Terence Black. Where is it? Lost it. Hang on. Pause. Yeah, here we go, right here in front of me. Okay, Patrick Cunningham. Patrick Scab Cunningham sold out to respectability. That'll be Patrick of the Scabs that released the EP Aim Rebuilding. Third track, URE, which is all about going about how they had to queue up BBC News at 5:50 p.m. long before IRN. Love it. I'll send you a scan of this. The URE Disco, holding your own disco. 100 top disco sounds are yours for the evening, including your choice of top 40 singles if you hire the exclusive URE Disco collection. It's only £3 plus returnable deposit of £20. And your Guildhard to see Kevin Frary. And long before NatWest arrived, Barclays was the one that was advertising in Capital Media.